beautiful souls. How's everyone doing? Halloween is coming. Samhain. It's tomorrow, actually. And I don't know about the rest of you, but spirits are getting pretty loud at night. So, yeah. I actually had to resist the urge to get up and record a video in the middle of the night. So I'm doing it now. And I feel like it's a message that we have to pull through for the 3D realm, the everyday person. This could apply to you if you're part of the spiritual community or even just a regular person. Whoever it's meant to find, it will find. But I just feel like there's something that needs to be said. And it was fairly urgent. So, what is the message that just cannot wait? Three of Pentacles. It's got something to do with either work or money, finances, maybe a little bit of both. I feel like some of you don't have adequate support. Like, I don't know if you can see it there. There's that person holding up the other person there. That's what it is. It's imbalanced. You have one person that's doing more work, more planning, more supporting than the other, and the other's just sitting there wishing and dreaming. So I'm guessing that's for people in a relationship. Yeah, and then we've got the King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's somebody that's very well grounded, stable, but also money driven and focused. But they know how to bring in whatever it is that they want. What else? Emperor. It's interesting. Okay. So if it's two people, and I kind of get that this Emperor card is the individual, if it is two people, like I said, at the bottom there. It's a very controlling, structured type of energy. Like, they just want to be in control of the finances and how the money's being spent and plans for the future, whereas the other person, they seem like they're very impractical. However, they're very practical, very logical. They just tend to take their time with things, which is why it takes longer to bring in, money and finances, manifesting desires into reality. However, if you two learn to work together, you could bring these things in a lot quicker. And if this is not resonating for two people, you need to balance out those two aspects of yourself. You can't be too rigid, but you also can't be too up in the clouds, right? It's all about balance. Okay, so that's something that's coming through. What else do those watching need to know? What's their Halloween message? Samhain message. Queen of Wands. So either a woman in your life, you might not even be a woman, but it's time to start following your passions. Excuse me. Especially if you're musically inclined. That'd be a really good way to express yourself. I also get a little bit of some sneaky energy here. I don't normally get that with foxes, if you can see at the bottom there. There's some foxes kicking around. So there may be a person coming in. They may seem like absolutely wonderful, fantastic, very passionate, fiery person. Just be cautious. Pay attention to any red flags. They may have ulterior motives. That's what I hear. Okay, so what else do you need to know about this Queen of Wands? Nine of Swords. Yeah, so it's gonna bring a lot of like stress and anxiety when this person comes up or when you confront them. I also feel like this person may be bringing quite a bit of drama, like a lot of problems to you, right? That aren't necessarily yours to hang on to. Okay, so like all of everyone, like this person's problems, and then it's like you've got your own to look after, right? So just be mindful. Keep yourself clear, energy clear, set your boundaries. So if you don't know how to do that, honestly, the best way is to be alone and to figure out how you feel so that you can feel the difference when you're around other people. We absorb other people's energy, thoughts, emotions so easily that you honestly think that it's yours. So that may be something that's coming up for you. It's not yours, although you do have some of your own issues. What else? Okay. It's Ten of Cups, but I'm gonna actually read it reversed because I feel like it is a reversed. Ten of Cups like would be a fulfilling relationship. Everything's, as I'd like to say, coming up Millhouse for those of you that understand what that means. But with it coming up like this, honestly, this is not your ideal situation. It's not your happily ever after, okay? Like this person's gonna bring a lot of heartache and issues. They may even be unfaithful. Okay, it's just pay attention. But it's not going to be what you think it is. With that Ten of Cups, excuse me. All right, so what else is coming up for you guys right now? Oh, so with that relationship-y type of line there, specifically what I just heard, it's like if you're going to be meeting somebody this weekend or have met somebody this weekend and you're thinking like it's like this is going to be your person, probably not. And it's going to be like a real stressful situation for you. Just a heads up. Okay, so what else do you guys need to know right now? The universe wants you to know. Okay. You guys are having a difficult time right now. So I got King of Swords. This person is just lost in thought. And it seems like he's got a lot of demons following him. I don't mean demons as in like actual like scary biblical demons. I mean like emotional demons, psychological demons, stress, anxiety, worry, right? And I think that some of you are, with it being a King of Swords, you're really good at overthinking and worrying and feeling anxious in just all of those, you know, struggles with mental illness. Okay, that's what I get with this. And like you have access to sunshine and happiness, but it's kind of hard to see it sometimes when you're surrounded by so much like worry and lower vibrations. Okay, so anything that brings you down, things that don't feel good, right? Okay. What else do we need to know about that King of Swords? Justice. Okay. I have like a couple things that are flooding into my head right now. There's like legal issues coming up for some people, like custody battles, what is the words? Lawsuits, okay? Just things to do with like paperwork, signing papers, could be for buying a house, okay? Then like this is coming up, renewals, whether that's either insurance or mortgages, rental units, okay? Like that's coming up, and it's causing like a lot of stress, like a lot. The other thing that I get with this is like, for those of you in like this really icky, not fun place, you need to bring some balance in, okay? Justice is about balance as well. And you need to, you know, balance out like work and play. And really, you got to start paying attention to your thoughts when they come up, what you're having, like practice mindfulness, okay? So you can spend your whole day, weeks in like your head, and it's just like stress, worry, anxiety. And that's how you end up living your life. And it's really starting to weigh you guys down. Like, so practice mindfulness. As soon as you catch yourself having those anxious, depressive, not helpful thoughts, you gotta like balance and remove them, okay? So like we've got all these butterflies here, like you can transform that. That's your choice, whether to do that or not do that. And it's as simple as just identifying like, oh, I just spent like the last hour worrying about everything. Am I good enough? Am I doing enough? Am I gonna lose my job? Like, just stop, take a breath. It's okay. Just eliminate the thoughts and don't feel bad about it. Like, it's just, that's the beginning stage, and where you need to be right now is just identify when you're having those difficult, heavy thoughts and feelings, and just say, okay, I'm gonna think about something that makes me happy. My kids, watching TV and sports, reading, playing video games, like we're talking 3D people here, right? So whatever it is that makes you feel happy, you just gotta flip that, okay? And you gotta check yourself multiple times a day. When are you having those thoughts? Oh, you know what? I'm feeling anxious. I'm thinking depressive thoughts. I'm gonna just stop and take a minute and just breathe, change my thoughts. It's gonna make a huge difference. I used to have like, dropping cards, sorry. I used to have like rage, and I would spend my day like screaming in my head for hours on end. And then I started practicing mindfulness, and it's like, well, okay, I've been ranting in my head about things that don't matter. It was specifically work related, and it's like, you know what? Stop. We're gonna let that go and try to think about something else or nothing at all, and just focus on what I'm doing. And that was a work in progress, but it helped significantly. Okay, so this card kind of fell out. 3 of Swords, which is heartache, loss. You guys may be dealing with a loss right now. A loved one who's passed, a relationship that's just ended. Could even tie in with that last line of cards that we had, right? So someone's been cheating on somebody, and it's been difficult. Okay. You know, just gotta know, like, it's a temporary wound. You can choose to stay down on the ground and give up, or you can choose to pull out those swords and pick yourself up and carry on. Interesting. All right, what else do you guys need to know for Samhain, Halloween? Ooh, that one just like flew out. One sec. Okay, 6 of Wands. That is like, that's a success card, okay? As difficult as these times may be, something good's coming up for you guys. Let's find out what that is. What is this good news? 4 of Pentacles. I feel like it's money related. Okay, you may be able to build up some of your savings. Like, this may not feel like a big win, but you got to take any one that you get, right? I feel like that's saving some money here. Maybe saving money for on, what's that about? High Priestess. Not quite sure. Hold on, I just gotta get some help here. Okay, what is this? What is this High Priestess card? It's something separate altogether, okay? So just another little message for you guys. So it's kind of, this may be awkward for you guys, but it is what it is. It's time to start building up your own spiritual practice. And you can call it spiritual, you can call it whatever you want. But, you know, it's time to start doing more for yourself. Practicing mindfulness is a spiritual practice, but it doesn't have to be labeled that. It's just I feel like I want to say neuro-linguistic programming, which is reprogramming your brain, right? Building up those practices and learning to set those boundaries, those energetic boundaries, okay? For those of you that get anxious, maybe going out in public, it's just, you know, putting yourself in a protective bubble, or, you know, just having that self-talk before you do something. Like, okay, you're gonna be fine. It's not going to be overwhelming. You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna be calm and cool, collected, and you're gonna hurry up and get done what you need to get done and then go home, or, you know, whatever it may be. But yeah, for some of you, like, there's a spiritual practice that's being encouraged right now, and just a new practice from what you're used to. A different practice. I want to pull one more card as just a final little message here for you guys. So that last deck was my Shadowscapes tarot deck, which was one of the first tarot decks I ever bought. This other oracle deck that I'm going to use is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. So just, you know what's being hidden from you guys right now? What's being hidden from my 3D peoples? Yeah. Okay. The Spirit Whisperer. Divine guidance, higher knowing. Okay. So, guys, you're gonna have to start listening to your intuition, that gut feeling. Okay. Everyone is psychic. We can all do this. Some of us are just damn good at it. And that's because we practice, but also we've been like this since birth. Don't compare yourself to others. Okay? You're going at your own pace. But just like with anything in life, in the 3D realm, if you want something, you got to work for it. If you want to get better at something, you got to practice. Okay? But you guys have access to, and again, you've got the owl. There's an owl on both of these cards. It's pretty cool. So owl, if you watched any of my other videos, I was talking about animal totems. Let's see if that's in there. Good. Animal totems, and owl may be an animal totem for you guys, which is a symbol of wisdom, okay, psychic ability. And I just feel like you guys gotta start listening to that gentle voice. Okay, your intuition is going to be a soft, quiet type of voice. I say voice, it's not necessarily voice. Sometimes it's a feeling. Sometimes you just know. Identifying what your psychic ability is, your dominant superpower. I mean, we have all of them. We have access to all of them at all times. However, some of us are really good at one as opposed to another. For example, clairsentience, clear feeling, empathic. I feel other people's emotions as if they were my own. It gets very confusing, which is why I like to spend so much time alone, because it's so easy for me to feel what other people feel. I get very overwhelmed in crowds when it gets busy at work. If there's too much noise going on, I get overwhelmed in that sense too. But that I would say is my most dominant. I also have the claircognizance, like I just know something. Like somebody comes up to me, they haven't said anything, I know I don't like that person, or I'm going to keep my distance from that person. I also have telepathy, and that one's pretty awkward sometimes because, you know, you make a little mistake at work and you can actually hear that person calling you stupid. Sucks, but it is what it is. I don't take that to heart anymore. But, you know, if you can start to identify what your abilities are, you can learn how to work with them. Okay, so for those that are having very, like, that are in this King of Swords energy, right? Like that tough place, you may actually be being influenced by other people. It's not necessarily you. Maybe you can feel what other people are feeling. Other people are depressed, having a difficult time, stressed out, and you're absorbing that like a sponge. You could be just hearing other people's thoughts and it sounds like your own voice, but it's not. Okay, and those are the, you know, you're not good enough. This person needs to do more. I don't like them. And then that can, you know, lead to having a difficult time, mental illness. Okay, if you need help, reach out. Call your health practitioner, your doctor, counselor. That's a good place to start. But if you're stubborn like me, then you're going to have to seek alternative methods, which is maybe you're psychic. Maybe you're really psychic and you just don't know it yet. I think that's it for today. It's been almost a half hour. Okay. Hope you guys are having a great day. Have a happy and safe Halloween. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. If there's anything else you want me to read on for you. Have a great day. Bye.